Hello and welcome back, folks. I'm here once more again, and today for all of you another figure review. That's where I'm getting around doing the review and unbagging of my Space Godzilla. Now, without further ado, folks, let's dive right in with the unbagging of the figure. And we are back, and now time to unbag the figure. Still wrapped around its plastic baggy boxing, as I got it back when I went to my last loot hole. No, wasn't I so? No, the like 2 loot holes ago, I think it was, when I went to my one of my favorite anime shots. Right there, you can see the name right now, Kino Nia. Pretty good store for those who want to know. If you do go to it, I do recommend it. They have a lot of good stuff. And as I saw this was my and I saw this along with Burning Godzilla right the last time, so I decided to pick it up, and I'm really happy about it because I did mention during when I was doing the review for my Burning Godzilla, which I do have right next to me right here. Here's my Burning Godzilla. As I finally got 2 figures, been wanting for the longest time, part of my Godzilla collection. But now was out of the way to start with the unbagging of the figure by just, what's it called, using my very fine carbon knife, which I do like about this. I like to nickname it the Dark Saber knife, just because of the way the hilt is styled. So, carving this off with a very strong knife right there, and boom, no longer need a knife. I'm actually going to put the knife away first. And for those who want to know, I have recently found most of my knives, so that's the yay part. I keep losing them all. I don't know why. But I found most of them back, so that's the yay part of that. I might do a video of all my knives that I currently have right now for like a knife collection, but we'll do that for later. But first things first, Space Godzilla not out of the bag, and overall looking pretty nice. We got the big giant spikes that he usually carries around. Body torso looking pretty nice. Very shiny with the metallic purple you can see right here for the main torso where the skin's and that. The face is pretty nice, not gonna lie. May not be the most prettiest face, but hey, I think the sculpting and the paint job does it pretty well. Makes it look very scary, especially with that kind of like the Gundam V fin crown thing that it has going around. Got the little tag right here, which we'll remove the tag in a second. Backside right here, overall pretty nice. The coloring, all this pretty good, since this is technically new. And tail very much more longer than regular Godzilla, with a little spike at the end of it. You can see right there. Kind of reminds me of Stegosaurus. I should talk about tail length size. Oh yeah, this is like almost a bit longer than Godzilla's, especially in space. Now time to pop this off, which should be easy, not easy. And I don't have scissors, but you know what? I always keep my X-Acto knife with me here. So there we go. X-Acto knife taken care of, and that should be in there. Good. So now the tag's gone, so now it makes it much more clear. And overall, pretty nice. There's one thing I mentioned before. This actually, since this kind of mimics the old, well, not all the figures, but most of it. Kind of a little bit reminds me of the Mecha Kiryu figure that we did review a little bit back, where the legs are kind of standstill. They don't move, but they are rubbery, so you can technically squeeze them and try to move them, but they can't go back and forth, so that's a little bit downside. But the arms can. The arms can go back and forth like that, no problem at all. Pretty great, if I do say so myself. Head articulation basically spins around that much, and that's pretty much it they're going to get for any movement. And the tail can spin around, so that's actually not bad at all. Spinning tail is pretty good. Overall, pretty nice. Like I said, the sculpting for this is actually not bad at all. I think the body can twist. Can it? Can it not? I don't know. It looks. I mean, it has seam lines like we're supposed to be movable, but I'm not getting any movement out of this. So either it's stuck like this, or that's how it's supposed to be. Someone did not do this right when they were doing it at the factory, but hey, you know what? That's fine. Overall, figure still looks pretty great. It's still brand new, so the coloring all of it hasn't faded like with my other Godzilla figures that I've had. Overall, not bad at all. Coloring, sculpting, everything looks great. How you should expect for your Space Godzilla. Overall, pretty good figure, if I do say so myself. I'm liking the design for this. I really should do like this. The Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla movie, which I actually had to go look up when the movie came out. It came out in '94. So after this movie, it is the Godzilla vs. Destroyer movie, which, so I was wrong during my video when I did the Burning Godzilla video, which I did hit when I did him. I said 94 or 95 or 94 to 96. It's 95 for the Godzilla vs. Destroyer, as Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla was in 94. I was off on my times, but you know what? That's fine. Overall, I think the figure looks pretty great. Posability is not that much. I was actually expecting it to be like Burning Godzilla over here, where the legs are posable. Oh no, Space Godzilla down. Space Godzilla down. There we go. But you know what? That's pretty much fine. The tail can spin around, so that's not that bad. So it's still pretty good. Tail can move. The arms can move back and forth, so not that bad at all. But you know what? These figures are meant to be played, but they're not meant to be like so movable, kind of like other ones. So overall, I think it's still pretty good. Overall, pretty good figure. I'm actually kind of glad to pick this up. I forget what the price was. I think it was like 20, 30 bucks per figure. A little bit expensive. But overall, I still think it's a pretty good figure. Especially since if I am a Godzilla fan, so I still pick this up regardless. But if you do find this in shelves or whatnot, depending on where you find this and you see this, I do recommend picking it up. Might be a little bit more pricey than what you want for Godzilla figure, but it's still a pretty good figure to keep in your collection. Overall, still a good figure. I recommend it. And it's also another Godzilla figure to add to your collection, especially for mine. This is one I've been wanting for a long time, next to the Burning Godzilla. So, hey, there's that. But with that away, folks, that is it for the review for my Space Godzilla. Overall, nice little figure. And another one added to my Godzilla collection, which I'm always happy about. And if you liked the video, folks, please consider dropping a like, share, and subscribe. I always do appreciate it, folks. And as always, have a nice day. This is I, Power, signing out, and I'll see you guys on the next one.